Good morning. How are we doing, guys? I hope you're all well. And hello to those that will be watching this perhaps on the replay, either on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you are, and to wherever you are in the world. I hope that you are having a blessed and amazing morning. The sun is shining here in Ramsgate again. I think since the world stopped, the sun hasn't stopped shining. And I've really noticed, I don't know about you guys, morning Vicky, morning Michael, I've really noticed like the abundance of wildlife come out. Like there's birds everywhere and there's foxes sitting outside my front room doors and like just the abundance of squirrels and birds and everything is just beautiful. Morning, Lewis. Hello, Facebook user. I don't know who you are, but hi, I hope you're well. Give me a hey, a thumbs up. Let me know you're here. Today, we are going to be talking about DMs in Instagram. So every Wednesday, for those of you that don't know yet, I do a bit of a deeper dive into Instagram to give you some strategies every single week that you can go away and work on. Morning, Damon. Hi, Liam. Wow, loving this weather, I know. Morning, Nicole. So we're gonna work around DMs today because I get asked lots and lots of questions about how do you monetize Instagram and build those connections and get them into the salon? How do you actually do it? Well, there's lots of ways, and I'm going to go through 5 different ways with you today. And they are designed to build on those heartbeats, those connections. Remember, I say to you, Instagram is your website with a heartbeat. Okay, you have to think of it not as a social media site. Don't go on there to consume content. Go on there to create it. Go on there to create connections. Go on there to create heartbeats. And every time I open that app, it's like fixed in my head. You know, as you leave the door and you go, have I got my keys? Have I got my phone? Whenever I open the app, I say to myself, create, don't consume. Create, don't consume, because otherwise you go on that explore page and you know yourself, morning Dawn, you just like this, and then you look up and you're like, oh wow, that's half an hour out of my life gone. Okay, and that's amazing. We want that to happen to people because that's how we find clients and guests, but we don't want it to happen to us because that's how we lose our time and we're not focused and we're not creating, we're consuming. So create, don't consume. I very rarely open up Instagram to look. It's not on my, if I want to look at things and browse pictures, I go over onto Pinterest because then that's a luxury to me. I don't create anything on Pinterest. That's my chill, my browse, my calm. But Instagram to me is work, it's business. So how do we get them off the DMs and into our chair? So firstly, let's talk about what a DM is. I'm just going to share my screen. So what is a DM? Well, it stands for direct message. Okay, they're called lots of different things in different platforms. On Facebook, they're an inbox. On Messenger, it's a message. But on Instagram, it's a DM. And they can be, actually, let's put this into presenter mode for you because it will just make it a little bit bigger. There we go. And they can be a few different things. They can be a text message, so actual text in the message. It can be, an images. I think I've put an N instead of an M. It could be an image. It could be like just a picture that you send to somebody. It could be a video that you send to somebody. It could be a video call. You can actually use Instagram to video call, and my daughter is constantly on video calls inside of Instagram. It can be a voice note, like a voice message, or it can be a group chat. Okay, and Instagram has made an amazing, and Facebook, they've released this amazing group chat, a bit like Zoom this week, which I will probably pick up and talk about more next week, so that you can interact as a group. So they're following the lead on lockdown and seeing what everybody else is doing and realizing how important Zoom has been to people. And now they've brought that feature to Instagram and to Facebook. So your DM can be any one of those. Don't just think when you DM somebody, it has to be a text message. It can be anything: image, videos, video calls, voice message, and group chats. I use voice message a lot because firstly, I make silly mistakes like put an N instead of an M in the word images. And also it stresses me out because I'm dyslexic and I can't spell. And then I have to go back and check it all. And then I have to check for punctuation and it just drives me insane. So I'd rather just speak. So I send a lot of voice notes. And if you're finding it hard to do lives, then every single message you send out from now, send a voice note, because you'll be thinking, oh, I don't like my voice, no one likes my voice. The sooner you get used to it, the better. So every time you send a message, send a voice note. There's a little free tip for you there. So I use voice notes a lot, and actually inside of the business, it's really key for them to build a relationship with you, to hear your voice. Okay, so if they're not seeing you on lives, when clients, guests are DMing you, respond with a voice note. It's a bit more personal. They get to hear your voice and feel like they know you that one level deeper than if you were just sending a generic text message, which could go to absolutely anybody. It also stops the mess up that sometimes happens when you're copy and pasting. If you've got the same message that you need to send out to lots of people, it stops that. So voice notes are really, really cool. So DMs grow your business in lots of ways. And I'm going to just dive into 5 main ways that you can use them to grow your business today. Okay. Use DMs to bring awareness. Now there's 5 key areas, and the first one we're going to look at is awareness. Okay. So replying to stories of your ideal followers. Now, when you look for your ideal followers, and you know, for those of you that have done the Find Your Sue course, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Whenever they put a story up, just reply to their story, send a little message back. I don't know, it could be a story about the lovely day that they've had down the beach. Hope it wasn't too hot, hope it wasn't too crowded, whatever that may look like for you. And obviously it depends on the level of friendship you have with that person. But just replying to their stories gets you inside of their DMs in a really low commitment way. So they're not offended that you've slid into their DMs. I get really, really hacked off with people that just show up in my DMs that are asking me, do I want to sell their bloody product in my salon? Like, it just pisses me off. Or do I want to lose any weight? You know, do I want to join their shake company or their Juice Plus or whatever? I get so many of them every single day that it just drives me mad. So think about how you could possibly offend somebody, and don't ever do that. But sliding in through their story highlights is a really nice, non-offensive, just like you've taken an action on what they've put out to the world, and a lovely little message is a really cool way. So anyone that you're trying to lure in, or clients that you've got already, just pop up in their DMs, give the awareness that you're around. It's really cool when you find your Sues and they've got that little ring around their profile to just click on their stories and watch what they're doing and then send that message. So it's just like, that is a major, like, whoa, hello, I'm here. How are you doing? I'm Jen. I own Obsessions. Like, just that really nice introduction without being, hi, I'm Jen. I own Obsessions. Just a nice, happy message. Okay. Use DMs to bring loyalty to your profile by viewing who's watching your stories and replying back to theirs. So every time you put a story up on Instagram, it will show you the people that have viewed your story. And then it gives you, right next to their name, you'll have the names all going down, and you'll look at that. You'll be used to looking at that to see, oh, who's watched my story. But what you don't realize is next to their name is one of those little arrows, the DM button, so that you can instantly DM them. So as soon as they're watching your stuff, if they're your ideal client, your Sue, drop them a little DM, watch their stories, reply back to them. If they've replied to your story, then make sure you absolutely pick that DM up and reply back to theirs. Don't forget, I said the other day, there's potentially 3 different inboxes in your DMs. I have 3 in mine. I have primary, secondary, and then I have a set of DMs that are people that aren't friends of mine and I'm not friends with them. Like, we don't follow each other, but they're trying to message me. So always check the 2 or 3 boxes, however your account is set up, so that you can absolutely make sure you're not missing any of them. Use DM to bring leads to your profile. So what do I mean by leads? Well, in the business world, a lead is a client, okay, a prospective client, somebody that's not yet been introduced to your business. And if they have, then they've not taken that leap into your business. They've not bought into you yet and spent any money inside your 4 walls. So that's what I mean by lead. So sending a DM to each person who comments on a post in your feed. So a little hint here, if you've put a picture of a beautiful hair color and some people have liked it that aren't in your client book yet, then just send them a little DM and you can ask them something like, oh, you know, what did you love about that color? Or, hey, thank you for loving my post. Really lovely to meet you. I'm Jen. I'm the owner of Obsessions. What is it you love about that color? I love it. It's beautiful, isn't it? Just like a really friendly, nice reach out to acknowledge the fact that they have taken the time to give you that like. Because as I said last week, like, likes and comments are literally in decline. That's a massive commitment in a world that is at the moment full of commitment phobes. Like, nobody wants to give you that like anymore. It's getting harder and harder by the day. So make sure you reward the people that are doing it. That is a conscious connection and a conscious heartbeat. Okay, rewarding the people for doing the lovely things that you want them to do, and that enables them to then want to do it time and time again for you. So you could also use DMs to bring sales to your profile by sharing as many links as you need to in a private DM. If you think on your one of the things that Instagram is really criticized about is the fact that they don't allow you to share any more than 1 link, okay, and that's in your bio. You can have 1 website link and that is it. I'm lucky because I'm over the 10,000 threshold, so I can also share links in my stories, although that's very glitchy at the moment. Sometimes the link goes out, sometimes it doesn't, so I don't know why that's happening or why it's glitching. They're obviously playing around with something in the background, but a couple of times I've put press the swipe up to hit the link and it hasn't come on, so it's getting a bit annoying, to be quite honest. But what people don't do is look past their nose. Okay, so you can't put any more than 1 link on your profile, but you can in a DM. You can put as many links as you want. So I want you to think like a marketer here, like business strategies. What do you want to get out DMing somebody? And where do you want them to go? You always want to have, if you're going to take the time to DM anybody for anything, you need to think the end game. So start with a blank sheet of paper and the end in mind. Once they've seen your message, what do you want them to do? Do you want them to book an appointment? Do you want them to message you back? Do you want them to read an amazing blog post that you've written about that color on your website? In which case we would put that link in there, or the booking link in there. Like, whatever link it is that you want, whatever the end goal is that you want them to do, there will be a link somewhere. So we can do a link to your booking page. You can set up a Calendly link. So if you have a look on my personal Instagram page, Jennifer Louise, the L in Louise is the number 1, you'll see that my link is to a free giveaway, which is the Salon Owner's Guide to Instagram. Once you go into that, you have the option to book a call with me, a 15-minute free strategy call. So I'm driving them to a free lead magnet. That's called a lead magnet, that thing that they can download and get some value from, in exchange for them giving me their email address and their phone number so that we can have a conversation. Now, that conversation is potentially set up to lead to, do they want to work with me further? How can I help you get to the next place you want to be? So the call is structured. The call is then structured with the end in mind. Where do I want them to go for that, after that? So you always have a journey, and it's about thinking about where on that journey they are and where you want them to go. So you could set up a Calendly link. So I just use a software called Calendly, and that I can set up times that people can book appointments in there, which is just a 15-minute strategy call. If you're on reservations, when you go back, how amazing would that be for the new clients to book a time that you are going to call them and have a conversation about whether your salon is right for them or which stylist is right for them? Every new client should be getting that now. It's a brilliant strategy, because what other salon is doing it? None. You could send them to the link to your sales page. So that could be a squeeze page, which is like a page on a website. So it could be your homepage that has your online booking system attached to it. It could be the page for your price list. It could be, and I don't advocate price lists on websites, by the way. That's the very first thing, or one of the very first things that Ken from 365 did with me, took my price list off of everything, because we like to have connections and conversations, not having somebody go, oh, okay, so a balayage is 160 quid, that's what I'm going to have, and then turn up and realize that they have to have their hair color cleanse, that they have to have a conditioning treatment, that then they have the balayage, it needs to be cut, and that 160 quid is now 300 pounds. Now I've pissed the client off because she had 160 pounds in her head and she wasn't educated to know any of the rest of it. And now what I do after that is just upsetting her. Okay, so we like to limit that, and I like to have control over the conversation so that I can absolutely tell them 100% what that color, cut, whatever is going to cost them when they're in my business. So having a price list on your website, probably not the smartest idea. However, a sales page that could lead them to, you know, we charge from or having a sales page that tells them what to expect when visiting Obsessions. Nikki, one of my stylists the other day, wrote a beautiful blog post that I popped up on the Obsessions site that tells you what to expect when you come to an appointment with her. So if it was a client that I was going to put in with her, I would send, and we were DMing each other on Instagram, I would put the link to her blog inside of that message and say, here's a message, here's a lovely blog post from Nikki to let you know what to expect when you come and have an appointment with her. So that's what a sales page could look like. A checkout page is typically, you know, are you talking retail with this client? Do you have a retail shop on your website, in which case send the link to the product on the page that they want to purchase, so they can just click and buy. It's all about making things as easy as possible for these guys. A juicy blog post, I just covered that, or a lead magnet. You know, what lead magnets could you have inside of your salon? Could it be what to expect at Obsessions? Could it be how to do the best conditioning treatment? You know, so they download that how to do the best conditioning treatment in return for their email address. Like, we're building lists. And at the end of the day, if you are just concentrating on Facebook or Instagram, housing those lists, you are going to screw your business over. Because if your Facebook page gets reported for something by somebody that's not very nice, or Facebook just closes down overnight, you've lost your clients. It happened to me, okay? When I had my salon in the old premises, I was at home most nights running my business off my laptop. People were booking in left, right and centre. It was amazing. I had that younger demographic, didn't have much money, hence why my business was in the state it was in. But they were all Facebook users. They were all booking in on Facebook Messenger. I was like constantly all night. My ex-husband was like, will you get off that laptop and pay me some attention? I'm like, sorry, I can't. I'm running my business. And I felt empowered because we were busy. But then overnight, somebody had reported my Facebook page because it was growing at a substantial rate. And obviously either another business owner or somebody else out there, I don't know, whatever their reason was, reported my business page and it was shut down. I not only lost all my clients, I lost all my pictures because obviously I didn't back them up. They were all on Facebook. They were going to be there forever, right? And I lost everything. So we need to think, how do we get their email address off of Facebook and onto an active campaign site, or MailChimp if you want a free site. I use Active Campaign because I can segregate my clients and use them for different things. Like it might be somebody, like I might have I have a block of blonding clients where I can send an email out to them if I'm doing like adding a treatment into the blonding services that week to boost sales. Maybe I've got dark hair or just cut clients or balayage clients. I segment them out so that whatever message I send out, I'm sending to those direct people that want to hear that message. So think about how you can put a lead magnet into your Facebook and your Instagram to move the clients off. And the way you do that is to move them onto a website page. That website page will have you give them something in return for their email address, and then that automatically is set up to move over into your Active Campaign site or your MailChimp, whatever. Okay. So you're not just limited to that one link in the DM. I hope this is helpful. Use DMs to bring connections to your profile by creating a group chat filled with industry peers. I said to you just a second ago, Instagram have now given you the capability of making a group chat. So how can we use that inside of our business? Well, if we made a group chat filled with industry peers, that sets you as the lead influencer. So think about positioning yourself in your industry by using building up a community. So maybe you're the hairdresser and you've got and we're thinking outside our niche here, and you've got someone that's really amazing at tanning, so they're in the group chat. Someone that's really amazing at nails, so they're in the group chat. Maybe a clothes store, maybe somebody that does amazing pedicures, maybe somebody that does amazing wedding hair if it's something that you don't cover. And you pull this group chat together so that you firstly all become friends and start championing each other's businesses because you're all in the same sector, right? And as Barbara said yesterday, we are great at selling other people. So if we're great at selling other people's services, the same will go for beauticians selling hairdressers, pedicure guys selling hairdressers, manicurists selling hairdressers. You know, they will all be doing the same thing as us. We don't like to talk and big ourselves up, so let's let other people do that for us. So by starting a group chat and having everybody in your local community involved in that chat, the amount of collaborations and work that will come out of that is really, really key to survival after we come out of lockdown. You know, what is our business going to be like in a year's time? Let's create those connections now whilst everybody's got the time to get to know each other. And then we can literally be championing each other at all times. That's what this group is about. Championship of each other at all times. Find the people that are local to you, help lift them up. They will help lift you up, and you can together just tread those stairs and get higher and higher and higher, dominating the local community. If you've got 4 or 5 people in this group chat, all championing your business and your business alone, and none of the other salons in your local community have got that, who's going to be winning? It's going to be you, because there's 5 other places that are all saying your name. And if they go to someone that does a pedicure and somebody that does their manicure, and they're 2 different people, or they go to get their waxing done somewhere and the waxer's said your name, and then the pedicurist has said your name, and then someone else has said your name. Like, that's like bells going off in their head, isn't it? Like, I really should go and visit that hairdresser because everyone's talking about her. So this is a beautiful way to build connections and to piggyback off of each other's clientele. So one of the things I keep being asked about is how you write captions. And by captions, I don't just mean the first line. And I've had lots of people asking me, especially after doing the Find Your Sue calls, they now know who they want to talk to. And it's like, how do I put that out there? How do I write the long text piece in an image? So let me know if it'd be useful to you if I was to make a course about writing captions on posts. If you want to learn how to write them, structure them, and convert these captions to get people to DM you so that you can start that heartbeat, do me a favor, drop me a DM. Okay, get inside my inbox, drop me a DM, let me know. And if I've got enough people wanting it, then I will spend some time writing this course and getting it out to you all. So I hope that's been helpful. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now and just see if there's, what's happening here? And just see if there's anybody that is asking questions. Hi, Jen. Jen, where have you gone? I'm here. Did I come off? Nicole can still see me. Okay, so I'm guessing everyone can see that then. Yeah, cool. Okay, so if you want to know more, drop me a DM and I will get something written for you. If you've got any questions, then please drop me something now so that I can answer them live for you. And then you can get the answers and go away and spend 15, 20 minutes today just focusing on who you can DM. Nicole, Liam, Genevieve, you guys that have done the Find Your Sue calls, I want you to start with a blank sheet of paper, the end in mind. I want you to think about your Sue, and I don't want you to be thinking of and contacting your clients or people that are already on your Instagram right now. I want growth from you. So I think about who your Sue is and then go find her. You know how to find her because we've written the whole blueprint for success for you. So you know where she's showing up. Go find 10 of her today. Okay, watch her stories, DM her, get in, and really make sure that you start reaching out now because it's not long until we open. Okay, and if we were to just do, let's say 10 a day, all right, if you were to just commit in the evening whilst the telly's on in the background, if you watch TV, to just finding 10 of your Sues on Instagram and using one of these strategies, just take the story strategy. Okay, if you were to do that 10 times every day, your business is showing up to 70 new Sues every single bloody week. Like, I don't think you can understand how amazing this growth strategy is. I received a DM yesterday from Tracker Star Hair from Sassoon in California. Amazing. That's a great DM to have had. Thank you. It's very helpful. I joined yesterday with Barbara and I've enjoyed both days. Amazing, Patrick. I'm so pleased. There's loads and loads of these training sessions every single Wednesday. I do Instagram. So if you look on the search bar, if you're on your laptop over on the left-hand side, this is all back to front, on the left-hand side, and just search Instagram or any of the dates that were a Wednesday in lockdown, then you will find all the Instagram content. And if you're on your phone, then top right-hand corner, there is right hand, back to front, top right-hand corner, there is a little spyglass icon. If you tap that, then you can type in there and it will bring it all up for you on your phone. So make sure you go back and look at all of the, if it's Instagram you're wanting to master, there has been 7-8 weeks worth of deep diving into Instagram that you can tap into now, and all for free. Jennifer, you're so incredibly helpful. Thank you so much. You're so welcome, Nicole. That's lovely. Thank you so much. And definitely 10 today. Okay, that's all I want you to commit to. The guys that are in my Find Your Sue and have done my training, 10 Sues today. If you can do that, even if you're just doing that every weekday, that's 50 zoos that you are showing up to every single week. Okay, once we start doing this, like, your business is going to explode. So if you haven't done the Find Your Sue course, please get in contact. I've now set it up so that you can go in at any time. All right, so I'm not doing it live anymore. That's done, that's finished. But you can go over into the online training center now, and you can do it at your own leisure and your own pace. Okay, so if you want to do that, let me know. And for those of you that are DMing me to want to do the caption content course, I will get something written up for you, and we will dive deep into creating winning captions. Guys, thank you so much for your time. It's been lovely to spend my morning with you as always. I'm going to go and walk this puppy because she is literally like this up my legs at the moment, like, Mom, I need to go out. Bless her. And I think she's loving the sun as well. So take care. I will see you all tomorrow. And 10 people today. I want that done. All right. Kick-Ass Jen. You've heard Kick-Ass Ken. Now you've got Kick-Ass Jen. And speaking of Kick-Ass Ken, we have him tomorrow. So tune in where he will be. I don't know what he's going to talk about. He never tells me. He tells me on the day. It's always a mystery. But whatever that man talks about is always amazing and relevant and inspiring. So I will catch you here tomorrow with Kick-Ass Ken and Kick-Ass Jen. News at 10. Take care. Have a lovely day. I'll catch you soon.